Good morning, y'all. Family, it's February 9th, and I wanted to come to you today and play my motivational music for you. Miles per gallon, okay? That's why I like that. It will easily calculate it for you, so you don't have to do that. Miss Diva Trucker 43 coming to you today because I wanted to give you an have to be in that truck. You don't always have to be, you can go out here, and this is a way that you can experience different things in life driving around in a truck getting paid for it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And all I had to do was just happen to be traveling through the state and break down. They already I just wanna lose. Touch me and make me whole. What's up, family? How are you doing? I am coming to you, honey. I am in San Antonio, Texas, and it has been a week, okay? So I am just going to come and tell you about my week of what I had going on last week. Got my Trucking Divas vibe. Don't forget, y'all go pick up your Trucking Divas vibe. Say, where you going? Have a seat. We just getting started. Have a seat. Chill out. Chill. Anyway, it's been a busy week. Okay. Learning how to pick my loads, learning how to run my loads, and one thing that I'm learning is I go to some crazy places. Let me just tell y'all one of the places that I went to. I had picked up some tires, and I had to take these tires to get delivered somewhere, girl. And honey, I rode up there. I came around the corner, right, to the delivery place, and it was Confederate flags everywhere. It was about, sometimes, let me tell you something. Sometimes God shows you signs, okay? And you be like, what in the world is going on? But I rolled around that corner, and I was like, what in the world am I going to do? Because I was scared. I was like, I ain't finna deliver this stuff. Nah, So, I came around the corner, right? And it was just like flags everywhere. Okay, so I didn't even want to get out the truck, right? And I was like scared, and I started praying. I was like, Lord, I said, I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to go up in here. I'm not ready for this. I don't want to go up in there. And it was like, I got to get this stuff up off the truck. Girl, I almost called the broker. Let me tell you how bad I was scared. I almost called the broker and tell them that I would not be delivering these tires because I ain't going up in there. I was scared. So drove up, okay? So, you know it's serious when it's all on the car. And I was like, wait a minute, what's really going on? So I got out I just sat there for a minute. I was like, I ain't going in there. I ain't going. So all of a sudden, a man said he was getting loaded, and he was like, "Okay, you need to just go up in there." And I was like, "I ain't going in there." And so I just started. All of a sudden, I started saying, Psalms 23:4 came to me, and I just started saying, "Yea, though I walk through the what is it? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will feel no evil, for the rod and your staff they comfort me." And I just got out the truck, okay, and I walked in there, and a man came out, and he was like, "May I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm trying to see if I'm in the right place." He said, "You got some tires?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, you in the right place." And I was like, "Okay." He was like, "Well, just go down there and turn around and come back. And, this person's going to be about 15, 20 minutes. And then after that, we'll get you unloaded and you'll be fine. If you need to, use the restroom or anything, go ahead." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But when I got back in the truck, I went and turned around and I was waiting. And then it was time for me to pull up. So I pulled up and got on back, and they was out there, helping me and all this kind of stuff, because it was a real small little, warehouse. It must have been a sale on that warehouse, because it was like real small. So I got in there and everything okay. But the moral of my story is that, number one, you don't know the places that you're going to when you really out here on your own, picking these loads from these brokers. You could be going anywhere, okay? And you have to be prepared for that. Number two is you can't be afraid. I was so afraid of that flag that it just scared me. And I had to overcome that. And there was no reason for me to be afraid. There was none whatsoever. And I was like, and I think that was a way of God showing me a sign that, just because you see a symbol doesn't mean that you have to fear that symbol, okay? And in this business, you have to be able to adapt to all kinds of situations, and I got the freight, so I got to get it off my truck, so I couldn't let that scare me. And it was like God was saying to me, it was like He was saying, "I brought you all this far, and I done all this, and you afraid of going in the air. What about me? You just forgot about me, child." Let me tell you something. Ripley ain't even bark. You hear me? Ripley was like, you on your own. I ain't going up in there. He ain't bark. Ripley ain't said nothing. You hear me? Ripley was like on the other side of the seat. I was like, "Ripley, it may be going down and I'm going to need your help. Girl, Ripley ain't said nothing, honey. I was like, "Jesus, Lord, help me, Lord." But I made it through that, okay? Got through that, all to say that on my next location, I went to a place where I wanted to be. Like, I just saw the vision. It was like, it was a company that was a logistic company. They had a warehouse, they had dispatchers, they had drivers right in the same area. And I was like, this is a sign, because you know how you have a vision mentally in your head, but you need to be able to see it. And it was like, it was looking at me right there in my face, and I was able to see, the vision that I want to have in this trucking industry. And I stayed the night there. I woke up the next morning, and the owner came. the owner came out and knocked on the door, and he was like, "You ready to get unloaded?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Okay, well, just pull up to the dock. I'm gonna unload you, right?" And I was like, "In them $250 shoes, you finna unload the truck in them shoes right there that you got on? Shut up, honey. You is the owner and you unloading the truck. Do you drive too?" But um, he said no, him and his wife didn't drive. It was him, his wife, and his dad that was there, you know. And I pulled up, I waited for him to get off the get everything unloaded off the truck, and then I was like, "Do you mind if I talk to you for a minute?" Because you know, when you want to be asking questions, you want to make sure people got time to talk to you, and you know that they want to talk to you. So him and his dad and his wife sat down, and we was like sitting at the picnic bench, and you know, I was telling them, you know, things that I was going through and how tough it is, and you know, issues that I was dealing with, you know, being in this industry, and you know, they sat there and talked to me for, I want to say, about a good 45 minutes, you know, and it just reconfirmed my, he was like, "You know, I own my own business. I'm in logistics company. I got trucks. I got the trailers. He had trailers. He had like 10 trailers, drive in, 10 reefer trailers. He said, "I got dispatchers." He said, "Me, my wife, my dad run this." And I never drove a truck before, you know. So we just had the business sense of this is what we wanted to do. And he gave me some tips. And when you get around people like that that's been in this industry for a very long time, all you want to do is just sit there and just listen to their advice. Everything, you're not going to take what everybody say, you know. Use some, what I do is I tend to take what people say and I filter it and I use it to the best of my ability of what it is that I want to do. So all, you know, you take everything in and you try to use it to the best of your ability. And I was just so grateful. I mean, you couldn't even pay for that. You know, somebody that's already in business, somebody that's already got a logistic company, brokers, drivers, a warehouse, reefer trailers, drive in, you can't pay for that, you know. And for somebody to sit down and take out the time and just go over some things with me, I was really honored, and I was really, you know, happy about that. And that wasn't nothing but God, because he was showing me, you know, I'm gonna take you so you can address this fear that you have. And then not only that, once you get over that, I'm going to take you where and show you where you want to be, you know. And I was just nothing like it, you know. It was nothing like it. So, but last week has been busy. I've been to everywhere. I've been everywhere. What else we do, Real? Child, let me tell you about Ripley. Yeah, you. Let me tell you, girl, we went to go pick up something. Where was I at? Going to pick up something, child. And I'm sitting up there talking to the man about load me or whatever. And I turned my head like this, and Ripley is on this side, and I had 2 pieces of chicken. Girl, Ripley went, I had ate my piece, right? Well, both of them was mine. But Ripley went into the box. I didn't even leave the truck. I was sitting right there in the chair. Went into the box, got him a piece of chicken. Girl, had a nerve to turn his back and was eating chicken, girl, right in front of my face. Girl, I almost left Ripley right there at the shipper. You hear me? I almost left him right there at the shipper, girl. I was so mad I didn't know what to do. But we did a 34-hour reset in where was we at? In Lake Charles. We've been busy. I've been running. Last week I turned in 6 loads. I'm using for my load board, I'm using Internet Truck Stop, um TQL, 123 load board, Get Loaded. Some low boards you don't have to pay for, like Coyote. You don't have to pay for that. You just got to get set up with them. and Landstar broker, you don't have to pay for that. You just got to get set up with them. But I like the favorite one that I like is Internet Truck Stop. And the reason why I like it is because you can post your truck or where you're going to be. You can also, it updates like every 60 seconds. It updates and let you know what's coming out. But I like that load board. I Rookie mistake, okay. I'm gonna tell you about the mistakes because I'm learning, okay. So I'm gonna tell you what I've done, so I won't have to do this again. I had a run going from Opelousas, Louisiana to Kermit, Texas, and it was like 696 miles. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, 250 a mile, right? About 250 a mile. So I made an offer. No, this is when you want to know. She says, how much you will run it for? She said, what you looking at? And I should have started at like $3, not my highest, okay? But I gave her a price of like $1,600 for 696 miles. And what made me know that I said the wrong price was she said, okay. She said it too quick. She said it too quick. She was like, okay, I'm getting ready to send you over the confirmation right now. And I was like, oh my God, I made a mistake. I could have got more money for that load. I could at least got about $2,000 for that load. But it's a rookie mistake. I'm learning. I know next time, I ask my questions on Facebook. I got all these drivers helping me out that's been in business for a long time, that's been picking their trucks, that own their trucks, all that kind of stuff, okay? So it's a team, okay? I got a team of people behind me. They don't be on YouTube. They ain't no Facebook people, okay? These drivers don't know nothing about no Facebook, and they don't know nothing. They could care less about a YouTube channel, okay? But they always, and they fake, girl, they kill me every time the driver talks to me. The old school drivers, girl. When them old school drivers talk to you, the first thing out their mouth is, Tamara, listen. If you just listen, would you girl? Girl, shut your mouth and listen. Girl, so I have to close my mouth and listen to what they saying, because they be trying to tell me something. I be trying to tell them something, they ain't trying to hear what I'm trying to say. So, but it's all good. I mean, they got much love for me, and I really appreciate it. I've been out here. I want to say Brad met you, said they watched my YouTube channel, and we took pictures. I said, I'm going to put it on Facebook. He said, I don't do Facebook. Tell well, if you put it on YouTube, you put it on YouTube, but I don't do no Facebook, okay? So it's a lot of people out here that don't, do the social media thing and everything, and I appreciate them as well. But everything's been going pretty much okay. I am getting my numbers down so I can be able to share it to you, but I got to first understand these numbers. It's a trial and error. I did my business plan, okay? So my next step, I got a contract for my drivers. So whenever they come in, they'll sign a. Y'all, my last story that I want to tell y'all is I went to go pick up a load in Texas, honey. And I went out to what's called a salt mine to pick up salt. Girl, I had to go through cows and on a dirt road to pick up this salt, girl. Cows was everywhere. They was walking across the road, and you had to take your time. And I was like, I really don't have time for this, girl. You gotta go through cows to get a load, girl. I was like, they don't pay me enough money for this. And it was a dirt road. You had to go over a bridge, up a hill, over. when I got there, I was like, you know what? I mean, really? I mean, like, really? Like, where's the money at? You know, that's what I be thinking. Where the, but it was a place like flatbeds would go and pick it up, but a dry bed, girl, they was looking at me like, where in the world is she going, girl? Folks was taking pictures. They was like, where is she going in that Lone Star back on the back roads without, girl? I wasn't doing nothing but kicking up dust, honey. I wasn't doing nothing but kicking up dust. Girl, the Ram McNally said, we can't navigate this. Ram McNally said, we cannot, honey, navigate this. Once you leave the pavement, we no longer can track you. Girl, I was going through cows, girl. Cows were just walking across the street. They were looking at me like, what's going on? This ain't for you. Girl, the sign said, next 4 miles, cows crossing. I was like, Lord have mercy. Where am I at? Girl, it wasn't a paved road. The lady said, just keep coming. Just keep coming down the dirt road. And I was like, child, y'all got to get it together. Y'all got to get it together. But it's all about when you picking them loads. And that's all about my learning experience, too. Because, you know, if somebody was out here for 10, 15 years, 20 years or whatever, honey, baby, they would have heard that part of Texas. They would have heard the place that it had to go to. And they would have been like, oh, I ain't going. No wonder the load was there for over an hour. But I made it, girl. I made it. I made it. I picked up that load. I came through the cows. I went over the bridge. I went through the dirt road. Girl, the truck was just kicking up dust. I'm glad I did not get it washed before I went and picked up that delivery. But, honey, I'm missing my KLLM. Ain't nothing like this, girl. Ain't nothing like this. I was living the luxury life over there at KLLM, honey. This is hardcore. This is hardcore. This is hardcore. But other than that, family, it's been all right. I don't know where I'm going. I may go to Oregon. I don't know where I'm going next. I'm just going to sit up here sometime tonight and pick and see, you know, what I'm finna do. But KLLL, I miss my family. Lord, Lord have mercy, I miss my KLLL family. But you know, we got a bigger goal. You know, we got a bigger goal. So this is something that I have to do, and I got to learn it. So we're just gonna take our time, and we're gonna get past it. We're gonna get females. Y'all been calling female drivers. I know, baby. Look, let me tell you something. I know how hard it is. I know how rough it is. I know y'all about to pull your hair out. I know. Let me tell you this. Remember what I tell you, that it's not going to happen overnight. You got to take your time. It's a learning process. But stay focused. You're going to get it. Stay focused. I know you get frustrated. I know you like, you know, I failed my backing, or I failed this part of the test, or I failed that part of the test. Just keep trying. Like I tell you, I failed the permit test not once, not twice, but 3 times, okay? And like Sinister driving test, he failed the driving test, okay? So you will get it. Just stay focused, stay prayed up, and just know, look at the bigger picture, and you will get it. Remember that driving, you know, when you backing up, remember you don't back up regularly, you backing up. You want that trailer to go that way, you got to turn that wheel this way, okay? You want that trailer to go this way, you got to turn that wheel this way. It's the opposite direction. Also, it's easier to back up if you got your tandems pushed all the way up, okay? And a little trick that I use is once they say that the tandem's got to be all the way back in the thing, I'll go ahead and back it in that dock, and then I'll move my tandems once I got straight in the dock so they could go ahead and unload me. But them some little tips, baby. I'm praying for you. I know you're gonna make it, so just stay focused. Child, I got some husbands calling me talking about, Miss Tamara, look, I'm gonna need you not to be telling my wife she can go to truck driver school. Y'all husband don't want y'all going to truck driver school. I don't know what you gonna do, baby. I don't know what you gonna do, honey. The husband got on the phone, was like, look, Miss Sarah, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. My wife ain't going no truck driver school, okay? She got to get that out her head, because she gone and let her go. Let her go and go to truck driver school. Girl, but if you go to truck driver school, honey, and your husband don't approve, baby, honey, you got to get, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you on that. But listen, some men don't like you to be on their truck, honey. It's bad enough they got to be home with you. You talking about getting on the truck and you ain't discussing with nobody, girl. You gonna have to discuss that at the house, girl. Cause that ain't what he signed up for, honey. But y'all is killing me. Y'all killing me, girl. Y'all killing me. Talking about I am going to truck driving school. I don't care what he say, honey. Go ahead. Go on and get that CDL, girl. Go on and get that CDL, girl. But I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And thank you so much for uplifting me. Thank you for keeping me in your prayers. Thank you for supporting me. And my old school drive, old school, old school, old school. I'ma listen, okay? Old school, I'm listening. Cause ooh, they get hot when I be out here making mistakes, girl. I be making them mad when I be out here making mistakes. But I gotta go, y'all. I love y'all. Call me. Call me. Y'all can call me. Remember, if y'all text me and all that kind of stuff, you know I can't answer. So, you know, it's going to take a minute, okay? I'll be driving. It's going to take a minute. But I'll be back next week, girl. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Girl, look. Child, he gets it in, honey. I don't know who get more sleep than Ripley. Ripley gets it in. He in the bed, laying on the blanket. Huh? He ready. Ripley. You supposed to be on security detail. Yeah, it's nighttime. You supposed to be on security detail. Security. You supposed to be at the door watching, making sure ain't nobody coming in here. I can't be sleeping. You sleep. How they do that? Huh? Briefly. You gonna get up. You gonna go and watch and make sure ain't nobody coming up in here. Child, it's gonna get him some rest, child. I'm about to go to bed. Y'all have a nice and safe whatever. But talk to y'all later, child. Bye.